Howdy, Huell. It's me, Kendall, and we're here in Cajon Pass to check out this unique Route 66 landmark. It's called Camp Cajon, and it was the first rest stop in the United States. Well, we're here at Camp Cajon. Now it's time to tell you the unique story about this unique landmark. As long as there have been travelers, there has always been a need to cross through Cajon Pass, especially on the Old Spanish Trail. In the summer of 1862, John Brown Sr., a mountain man and local entrepreneur, completed his toll road through the Cajon Pass. In the early 1880s, the California Southern Railroad, a subsidiary of the Ashton, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railway, built their line through Cajon Pass to connect between the present cities of Barstow and San Diego. Despite that, it has always been treacherous to travel through Cajon Pass due to the sharp grades within the area that make it difficult for a vehicle to climb up or down while traversing into Southern California. This was true when the automobile arrived on the scene on the National Old Trails Road, the first coast-to-coast highway in the United States. This road was later replaced by Route 66. Camp Cajon was the creation of George Bristol, a well-known orange grower, author, poet, and community leader. He got the idea on December 23, 1917, during the ceremony to dedicate the Santa Fe and Salt Lake Trail Monument. We'll get to that monument later in this video. Bristol believed the location of Camp Cajon would be an ideal spot for motorists to rest and recuperate from the difficult trip across the Mojave Desert. He was also a stonemason and created a unique style for heavy rock and concrete facilities at Camp Cajon. Organizations like the Santa Fe Railroad, the Elks Club, and Mission Inn in Riverside built the unique stone outpost structures on the hillside to the east of Camp Cajon. The facility included picnic tables, a camp store and post office, the Elks Building, and the Greetings Monument proclaiming Camp Cajon. This monument is a recreation of the original one that was there on the opening day on July 4th, 1919. The original monument stood approximately 8 feet tall, featured several brass plaques engraved with patriotic poems and inspirational statements, and had a 40-foot flagpole rose proudly from the center of the monument. This new monument was dedicated on July 4th, 2019, 100 years to the day of the original monument at Camp Cajon. Two fun facts about Camp Cajon was that it was a privately funded and operated rest stop and the first rest stop on a major road in the United States, predating one that was created in Michigan in 1929 and the official government-run rest stops of the late 1950s. If Camp Cajon was great, then what happened to it? Like the end of Chuck Berry's Route 66 song, all great things must come to an end. The Great Flood of 1938 severely damaged the facilities at Camp Cajon, as well as homes, businesses, and infrastructure throughout the region. Faced with the cost of rebuilding the camp and the urgent need to widen Route 66, county and road officials decided to close and abandon Camp Cajon. Eventually, in 1970, Interstate 15 bypassed Route 66, and the original site of Camp Cajon now exists as an open, empty field on Wagon Train Road. But thanks to the efforts of volunteers and the support of local historical societies, the camp's memory lives on through the rebuilt monument and informational kiosk. Another point of interest here at Camp Cajon is this picnic table. This table was among 43 that were here at Camp Cajon. Built between 1919 and 1920, each table had a cast iron plaque with unique text from individuals and groups who donated $50 for the construction of the table. In 1940, all 43 tables were moved to Lido Creek Park in San Bernardino. This particular one was recovered and moved back to Camp Cajon in June 2021. The last point of interest is the Santa Fe and Salt Lake Trail Monument. This white concrete spire was erected in 1917 to honor the early pioneers who blazed the trails through the Cajon Pass and into San Bernardino Valley. The names of the pioneers who built the monument are memorialized on a granite plaque set into the structure. Fun fact, there is another monument like it called the Stoddard Waite Monument. This monument marks the western extension of the Santa Fe Trail traveled by Sheldon Stoddard and Sidney P. Waite in 1849. This monument was erected in 1912. Near it is the Mormon Pioneer Trail Monument. Erected in 1985, it is dedicated to the first major group of 520 Mormon settlers who entered Southern California on June 1851. And that is the story of Camp Cajon. Please subscribe and stay tuned for when we do a future episode about Route 66 through Cajon Pass. But until then, see you later folks, and may your gifts bless the world.